In the news this week, the government announces it will ditch its conversion therapy ban, only to immediately backtrack. MPs vote to allow unsupervised abortions on a permanent basis. And a Christian MP in Finland who shared a Bible verse on social media is cleared of hate speech charges. Hello. The government has announced it will press ahead with a law banning conversion therapy just hours after saying it would adopt a non-legislative approach. A document leaked to a pro-ban journalist at ITV News stated that the PM had agreed the government would not move forward with legislation. Downing Street commented, "Having explored this sensitive issue in great depth, the government has decided to proceed by reviewing how existing law can be deployed more effectively to prevent this in the quickest way possible, and explore the use of other non-legislative measures." The government admitted in the leaked documents that it expected a noisy backlash from LGBT groups and some parliamentarians, and this proved correct. MPs who complained included Liberal Democrat Vera Hobhouse, who claimed failing to introduce a new law gave a green light to a form of torture in the UK. Within hours, the government shifted its position and said it would be in the next Queen's speech, but that it would not apply to those experiencing gender confusion. The Christian Institute's Simon Calvert said the government should not have given in to activists.
Well, the leaked government document confirms that there isn't an evidence basis for a ban. The government has not identified a gap in the law where new legislation is needed. Abusing people, physically or verbally, of course, is already illegal. So what's left to criminalise? Well, we've heard from activists like Jane Ozanne that they want gentle, non-coercive prayer to be included in the ban. The government, of course, know that you can't do this. At least you can't legislate against gentle prayer without breaching the European Convention on Human Rights. And so, having come to a considered position and realisation that they needed to drop this ban, it's just really disappointing that the government has really caved in to activists, many of whom are quite open, that they see this ban as a way of punishing evangelicals for their biblical beliefs about sexuality.
MPs have voted to make emergency measures allowing home abortions in England permanent, just weeks after the government said they would end. The vote on an amendment to the Health and Care Bill, which passed by 215 to 188, means women and girls will continue to be able to use abortion pills at home if they are believed to be less than 10 weeks pregnant. Pro-life MP Fiona Bruce was among those who spoke against the move.
1 in 17 women taking abortion pills require hospital treatment. That means that over 14,000 women have been treated in hospital following the approval of pills by post abortion. A similar study of FOI data in February 2021 showed that every month 495 women attend hospital with complications arising out of abortion pills, and 365 of them require hospital treatment. 36 women every month are making 999 calls, that's over one a day, seeking medical assistance, concerned about complications arising from taking abortion pills. Women, especially vulnerable women, deserve the care and attention of an in-person meeting with an experienced clinician before making such an important decision.
A professor of law at the University of Glasgow has warned Westminster its online safety bill may do more harm than good. Adam Tompkins, an MSP until he stood down last year, said while there are serious concerns about online content, the government's approach has all the hallmarks of moral panic rather than reasoned policy. No one has any problem with the proposition that criminal speech should not appear on social media platforms, but the bill goes a great deal further by subjecting social media companies to regulations on the basis of as yet unspecified harms. the government wishes to limit legal content which it decides is harmful. Tompkins called this impermissibly vague, citing existing problems with social media censorship. Parliament should think long and hard before enacting into law a new regulatory regime for online speech that will make this even worse. And finally, a Christian politician in Finland has been acquitted of hate speech for sharing the Bible's teaching on homosexuality. Former government minister Dr. Päivi Räsänen was charged with hate crimes for expressing her biblically based views on sexual ethics. But a court in Helsinki dismissed all charges against her, stating it had no remit to interpret biblical concepts and could find no overriding reason for it to interfere with freedom of expression. Following the victory, Dr. Räsänen said, "I feel a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Although I am grateful for having had this chance to stand up for freedom of speech, I hope that this ruling will help prevent others from having to go through the same ordeal." Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.